Ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed a pleasure for me to address you on this very special day. I read about the achievements of the national movement Bulgaria is You with very great interest. Your support of those in need deserves acknowledgement and appreciation. We all know that poverty affects particularly vulnerable groups such as women, children, ethnic minorities, migrants, persons with disabilities. Figures show that children are more at risk of effects of poverty than the overall population. And there are also indications that the situation is worsening in a number of EU member states. The current economic climate cannot be an excuse to let down those in need. Europe is a social market economy, and Europe is about solidarity. And we must break the vicious cycle of poverty and disadvantage so that the next generation has a better future. Stepping up our efforts to combat poverty is not only a moral duty, it is also an economic necessity. The European Union will continue to assist member states and local and regional authorities in this fight. The European Platform Against Poverty and Social Exclusion, which is part of the Europe 2020, the Europe Growth Strategy, sets out concrete actions to reduce the number of people at risk of poverty or social exclusion by at least 20 million until the year 2020. I believe this is both a realistic and ambitious objective. On the basis of the strategy, the Commission has made concrete recommendations to each and every member state in order to step up efforts in combating child poverty. European Union funds, in particular our structural funds, have supported a wide range of actions in this perspective. Examples include childcare, housing support for severely disadvantaged communities and children, educational support at a very early age, or the transition to quality community-based care. Our proposals for the period 2014 to 2020 maintain this focus. They also mark a new step towards better investment in Europe's children, because they are the generation of tomorrow. The European Commission will present a recommendation on child poverty in the coming months. We want to send a clear signal that investing in children and families is essential for Europe's future. As the EU's Commissioner in charge of fundamental rights, I am determined to ensure the effective implementation of our Charter of Fundamental Rights. Living in decent conditions should be a right for everyone. In fact, Article 34 of the Fundamental Rights Charter states that in order to combat social exclusion and poverty, the Union recognizes the right to social and housing assistance so as to ensure a decent existence for all those who lack sufficient resources. Putting the EU Charter into practice involves more than scrutinizing carefully the social and fundamental rights impacts of our legislative initiatives. It involves taking concrete actions. The EU agenda on the rights of the child, initiatives to promote gender equality, the protection of Roma, support for migrants or for persons with disability are just some examples. Civil society organizations like yours have an important role to play in the eradication of poverty. Your activities make a difference, not only for the families concerned, but also they contribute greatly to a better future of Europe. I warmly congratulate you for your work, for your initiatives in all those fields. May the new home bring joy and happiness to the whole family in Malorat. Nov dom, nov kusmet. Želja vi uspeh.